All right, let's do this. We're diving into something you might not have thought about in a while.
Yeah.
Rational expressions and equations.
Yeah.
I know. I can practically hear some of you groaning already. But trust me on this one.
Oh, yeah.
This stuff is way more useful than you might remember.
It really is.
We're not going to go full-on math class here.
Oh,
Right.
definitely not.
Just a little refresher so you can follow along in a conversation, maybe help a kid out with their homework.
Exactly. Just the basics.
Speaking of the basics, looks like we've got, a textbook chapter or a study guide, something like that.
Yeah. Looks pretty standard.
Rational expressions and equations. It's all there simplifying, multiplying, dividing, all that fun stuff.
All in the hits.
Okay, so let's just jump right in. Simplifying rational expressions. That's where they always start.
Right off the bat.
Yeah, I remember this being all about canceling things out. But is there like a quicker, a more painless way to think about what simplifying actually means here? Like, what's the goal?
So you're not wrong about the canceling part. That's definitely a big part of it. But the real goal, the big picture, is to make the expression as clean and easy to work with as possible.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah, like reducing a fraction to its simplest form, 10 over 20 becomes 1 over 2, same idea.
Oh, okay.
It's all about finding that essence.
Right. Okay, so we've simplified things. Now we got to multiply and divide these rational expressions. This is where I started to get a little lost back in the day.
Yeah, it can get a little tricky.
Any common pitfalls we should watch out for?
Definitely factoring is key. You got to factor everything you can before you even think about multiplying or dividing.
Oh, okay.
Makes it so much easier to see what cancels out. It's like organizing your tools before you start building something. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. That's a good analogy. Okay, so now the big one, adding and subtracting rational expressions.
Here we go.
Common denominators. Oh, boy, I remember those.
Yeah, that can be a bit of a pain.
Is there any way to make this a little less painful, a little less scary?
Honestly, breaking it down into steps helps a lot. First, find the least common denominator, then rewrite each expression with that denominator, and finally add or subtract those numerators. Just like building a bridge, you got to have that common foundation before you connect anything.
That makes sense. Yeah, I can see that. Okay, so we've simplified, we've multiplied and divided. We've added and subtracted what's left.
The grand finale. Solving rational equations.
Dun-dun-dun. Always felt like a whole different beast. What makes these so different?
Well, with rational equations, you got to watch out for extraneous solutions.
Extraneous solutions.
Yeah, they seem like they work when you plug them back in, but they actually make the denominator 0. And that's a big no-no in math.
Hold on. So you're saying I can get an answer that solves the equation, but it doesn't actually work. That's kind of tricky.
It can be. It's like, imagine an equation that represents the speed of 2 cars traveling towards each other. You might get a solution that says one car is going negative 100 miles per hour.
Yeah.
It solves the equation. But it doesn't make sense in the real world.
Right. Okay, so always double-check those solutions. Got it. Well, we've covered a lot today. Simplifying, multiplying, dividing, adding, subtracting, and even solving.
Yeah, we did it all.
I feel like I need a nap.
It's a good mental workout.
It is, but it wasn't as bad as I remembered.
It's all about understanding the concepts. Once you get that, it's not so scary.
That's true. So next time you see a fraction with a variable in it, don't panic. Just remember what we talked about.
Exactly.
And you'll be fine. And hey, maybe you can even impress someone with your newfound math skills.
There you go. Now you're thinking.
That's it for today's deep dive. Catch you next time.
See you later.